such a motivator, gotta get you way. So sick of saying yes sir, yes sir. You're such an instigator, you wanna play the game. Take it or leave it, that's her, that's her. And I can't wait another minute.
Hi, welcome guys, it's Beyond Magic here, and in today's video I'll be just showing you forces. And forces are techniques that many magicians use, and they're very useful on magic. So we'll go in depth with all type of forces, not exactly all, but I'll show you around 5 different forces. So let's get on with the video. Okay guys, basically forces are techniques magicians use to know their card that their spectator picked, so their magic trick comes easier. And I'll just show you 5 different forces. So the first 4 we'll know is this one, that's the call force. So you let the spectator select any number between 1 and 10. So let's say they say 5, you say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And you know that the 5th card, I know it's the 9 of spades, as you can see. So that's the first force. I've shown it on previous videos, but if you haven't seen them or if you don't want to, you can learn it in this video. So basically, I won't just go all in depth on showing you the force because it's easy. So you just need to follow this step. With your 3 fingers, you pull back the bottom card, and then you'll take cards from here. So when you peel off a card, all you've done is do this. So peel this card, and you cover this card with your palm. So you let them say any number. So let's say they say, I don't know, 3. So 1, 2. Okay, let's say 5. So to explain it, so let's say they say 5, 1, 2. Then you take 3, 4, and when you get to the number, then you pull this card and show it to them. So you know from the beginning when you put the card on the bottom that that card is the 3 of spades. So that's the first technique. So okay guys, the second force is you go to the deck and let the spectator touch a card. So let's say, I don't know, they touch this card, you square up and show them their card. And I already know that the card is a 9 of diamonds. So you can see 9 of diamonds, and that force is really easy. It's kind of my favorite force because it's really easy first, and it also makes the spectator never know how you did it. So the way you do it is you first pull out a card just like this. So with your thumb you pull out a card and you put it on the bottom of the deck, so just like this, and you go spreading without flashing this card. So you cover it with all the cards and you go spreading, and whenever they touch a card, so let's say they touch this card, you cut, and all you do is put the card beneath and square up. So what you do is put the first card on the bottom of this card. So I'll just explain it to you one more time. So the 10 of clubs, you pull it, you let the spectator touch a card. Let's say they touch this card, you square up and you show the 10 of clubs. So that's the second force. The third force we're going to learn, I also don't know the name, but what you actually do is you grab the deck, so just like this. I'll just riffle down. So I don't know, let's say they say stop here. I already know that this card is the king of spades, as you can see. And the way I know that is you riffle wherever you want, or the card you want to force. So let's say that you want to force this card, the 8 of clubs. So you put the 8 of clubs, you throw the rest of the deck, and you grab a pinky break. Then you pass it to a thumb break, and this is how you start. So you start like this, and the spectator is going, you just riffle down the cards. So one more time, the 8 of clubs. So you'll go riffle down, and wherever your spectator says stop, you cut here at the 8. So I don't know, let's say they just said stop here. All you do is just throw the rest of the cards and they won't notice, and you flash them the card, and you already know that they picked the 8 of clubs. So that's the third force. The fourth force is really similar to that force. So what you do is you just grab the deck and go riffle them down. So whenever they say stop, let's say they say stop here, I'll just throw the card, and I already know this card is the 9 of diamonds, as you can see. And the way I know that is I grab a pinky break on the card I want to force. So let's say from the middle, the 9 of clubs, as you can see. So this is the 9 of clubs. I grab a pinky break, pass it to a thumb break, and now I'll go riffling down. And let's say they say stop here. What you will do is you cut here very fast. So this is how it looks like. They go and you cut, and then you just show them their card. That's the 9 of clubs. So I'll do it one more time. When I card, you riffle, you pick a card. So let's say the ace of clubs. Then you pass it to a thumb break, you riffle down. Let's say they stop here, you cut out the break. And all you've done is force the 8 of hearts. And that's the fourth force. Now let's get on with the fifth force and the last one. Okay guys, so the last force we're going to learn today is one of the first forces I ever knew. And this force, I also don't know the name. You don't really need to know the name of the forces, but what this force is what I'm going to show you right now. So all I'll do is riffle down, and whenever the spectator says stop, I'll just cut the cards to the bottom. So I'll go quickly. So 1, 2, 3. Let's say they say stop there, you cut, and I already know this card is the 5 of cups. The way I know that is this way. I put the card I want to force, so let's look for a card. Let's say this card, the Jack of clubs. So I look for that card, I'll leave it there for a moment, and now what I do is I'll just put it on the top of the deck. And now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go this position. I'll put my thumb here, my 3 fingers here, and my index finger here. Sorry, here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my thumb here and my 3 fingers here. So now what I do is I'm in this position and I'll riffle the deck with these 3 fingers. So let's get the angle. So right about there, I'll riffle down the cards, and whenever the spectator says stop, I'll apply pressure with these 3 fingers and I'll cut. But you can see that when I apply pressure, the first card stays here, so cut, and the first card is still here, but you place the rest of the cards on the bottom. So one more time, you can go ahead like this. You riffle down with your 4 fingers, sorry. So you put your fingers, you riffle down, you apply pressure, cut, and do. And all you've done is leave the first card there. You can see it's the Jack of clubs when selected at first. So at speed it looks like this. So you go ahead, cut, and the Jack of clubs is still in there. So that's the 5th force. So you can use the force to many things. You can see in my previous videos I use forces to do magic tricks. So that's for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please like this video and subscribe. I'll be uploading more videos, and I'm just recording for next time a magic trick review, so please wait that. I'll also I'm not announcing it yet, but I'm creating a web page Beyond Magic, where you find many things of magic. So that's for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, as said before, and I hope to see you next time. So that's for today, guys. Thanks for watching.